entity and a veteran journalist. Mr. Chan, welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much, and welcome everybody.
Well, like I said, we'll be talking about the Gambia-Tanzania game. As we all know, it is the game that is already making all the headlines in the country's sports news. Come next Saturday, the Gambia will host Tanzania at the Independence Stadium, a very important game. First of all, I will call on Mr. Cham to tell us the significance of that all-important clash between the Scorpions and the Taifa Stars of Tanzania.
Yeah, thank you very much, MS and Gibi Balde and Major Bojang. Well, of course, the first thing that everyone asks is what is at stake, you know, before anyone can get excited in any match. Now, at the moment, at this stage of the World Cup qualifiers, the common man in the streets is really tempted to ask, now, what is in this last match, since we know that we cannot advance to the final phase of the qualifiers? Of course, the only available spot in our group to the next round has been taken by Ivory Coast. So Morocco, Gambia, and Tanzania are all in the competition purely for academic reasons to finish the fixtures. But that's not only the significance, because as the GFF officials have always maintained, every international match is as important as the one that is passed. This is not least because, one, you can improve your FIFA ranking when you do well in international matches. And we all know that, you know, an improved FIFA ranking is very important, especially for nations with not powerful football tradition like ours. That is also one aspect why this match is important. Secondly, you know, as a proud nation, it is always good to win matches you are involved in, whether they are official or unofficial, especially on home soil. I mean, over the past 2 years or so, the Gambia has prided itself of either winning or doing very well when hosting home matches at international level. And this is the tradition that the new leaders at the GFF wants to continue. And that is why they believe that if we can get a very good result out of this Tanzania-Gambia match on September the 7th, we stand a chance of improving our FIFA ranking, in which case we probably might not go through the preliminaries to play the Nations Cup 2015 qualifiers. In other words, we might go straight to the group stages, which is really a very good advantage, because if you have to play a team in two-legged, you know, preliminaries, the danger is if you lose out on those, you know, preliminaries, you don't get to play again in that competition until the next one comes back. So that is the danger also there. So plus the fact that as a proud nation, we need to restart winning at home to bring back the confidence of fans to Gambian football. You know, as you know, of course, recent results in the game have not been good, especially here at home and abroad. So this match is being used by the new GFF executive to ensure that fans' confidence are built back, hope and belief is built back in the Gambian game. And where best to start than this home match against Tanzania? It might be the last of our qualifiers in the World Cup, but then of course it will be the beginning of a new lease of life, a new urgency into Gambia's international games. And this is why the GFF wants the Gambian people to believe that this game is as important as the others we have played. So basically, this is why we as a subcommittee, a media subcommittee, are going around all the media houses to sensitize the people and to bring back their confidence to the game and say, hey, this really is a match that is really worthy of coming to watch, because it's going to help us rebuild. Basically, this is the idea.
Anyway, very important match indeed. Like you mentioned, a lot of things at stake. Restoring confidence, pride, you know, and also our enhancing our FIFA ranking, which is very, very, very important. Because, like we said, currently Gambia stands at 44th, 45th?
43 now.
Yeah, 43 now, out of 54 countries. So obviously, if we finish in the last 10, probably what might happen is that we risk going into the preliminaries, and which it will not be good for our football. So this is one step, this is one game that would help us. Winning this game will be one step that would help us to have a massive boost and leapfrog out of that red line zone and probably we move out of that area. Bibi, Mr. Cham said, gave us a rundown of the importance of this game. At the FA level, at the federation level, how is the preparation going on?
Thank you very much, MS, and thank you once again so very much for the invitation. There is no better description than what Cham has just highlighted with regards to our forthcoming, which as well is our final FIFA 2014 Brazil qualifiers. But like Cham rightly put it, it is the end, but also the start of a new beginning for the executive of the Gambia Football Federation. Well, preparations at the FA Secretariat are at advanced stages. You will realize that the new executive under the stewardship of Mr. Mustafa Kebe has sanctioned the establishment of committees, subcommittees per se, to making sure that all the logistical arrangements ahead of the game are in place, and that all the grey areas that used to happen in the past are being redressed. And that is why, for example, you have the media subcommittee. Lamin Cham is a pivotal member of that committee. Other notable members in the committee, for example, Anna Mori Trawale from the Sports View, Sam Mendy from City Limits Radio, Haji Drame from West Coast Radio, Babu Kanjai from Capital, and of course your own Babukar Senghor from the television services. This is all geared towards making sure that all areas, all the logistical arrangements are put in place, because it is not only the result that determines the success of a game, but also the management, the arrangement, and all the logistical preparations, organization per se, also determines the success of a particular competition. And that is the more reason why the executive has sanctioned the establishment of subcommittees, for example, media subcommittee, security subcommittee, marketing and finance subcommittee, protocol, and that sort of thing. So all these committees combined together will make up the organizational setup of the Gambia versus Tanzania, and by our anticipation, beating them handsomely here in Banjul. And just again, like Cham rightly put it, that will enhance our FIFA ranking. Enhancing our FIFA ranking means we will go away from the risk of playing in the 2015 Morocco Africa Cup of Nations preliminary stages, which is a double-legged tie. And when you are out of it, that's going to be another 2 years of football doldrums. So at the FA level, preparations are at advanced stages. We have contacted our marketing and finance department with regards to ticket prices and the outlets where people can go and get their tickets, and also the cost of tickets and the advance days as which the tickets are going to be sold to their outlets. So basically this is what is happening at the football house.
Let's talk about the ticketing before we escape.
Before we go further.
Yeah, before we
That's
go
right.
further.
The executive has come into terms with regards to the sale of tickets and also the outlets. They want to make sure that the game Gambia versus Tanzania is catered for everybody. We know the purchasing power of the average Gambian is not that much, but then we want to cater for every sector of the society, and that is why we said VIP, for example, is going to be at $500. Covered pavilions is $100, and uncovered pavilions you can have it at $50. And when you go to any Gamtel outlet, notably Gamtel Serekunda, Gamtel Bakau, Gamtel Senegambia, Gamtel Brikama, any Gamtel outlet that you can find, especially in the Greater Banjul area, you pop in, you can ask for Gambia versus Tanzania ticket, and as well you'll be asked as to which category you want, whether a VIP ticket, a covered pavilion ticket, or uncovered pavilion ticket. So you'll be issued with one. So these are the ticket prices and the outlets. All Gamtel outlets, $500 for VIP, $100 for covered pavilions, and $50 for uncovered pavilions.
Okay. Well, you reminded that you're watching multi-sports, and this is a special build-up to the Gambia-Tanzania game, which is scheduled for Saturday, the 7th of September. When we talk of football, when we talk of sports, there is one particular thing that cannot be left behind, and that is security. Without security, no game will take place. And that's why we have this gentleman in the uniform sitting next to me here. Major Bojang, tell us what are the security arrangements. As we know, the Football Federation is trying to put up a very good, formidable security team that will make sure that security on that day is delivered to the best.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jala, for